been like a whole day and I just want to do some God Wars. It isn't even fair. I don't know why I'm like this, but I mean, yesterday when the worlds were crashing, I just sat there like, what the hell can I do? The only thing I want to do right now is God Wars, like a bit of Bandos here, maybe go Sour Chip, maybe a cheeky zombie chip. I don't know. I want to do it, but I can't, and it's just it's horrible. But yeah, I mean, I've been checking out some streams, and some people actually are doing God Wars right now, and I'm sat there like, God, I wish I could be doing this. But then 20 minutes later, boom, they start lagging. It's just like, I can't risk it. I mean, I don't see myself going to God Wars in some peasant rag gear or something like that. Because, I mean, it just seems inefficient. I'd be paying so much in brews and restores. And obviously, eventually, the world would probably crash. But it is a bit of a pain. But obviously, there is nothing that we or Jagex or anybody can actually do against this. We just have to wait and see when, hopefully, I'm assuming this is world. I mean, I think I've been told some insights on what's actually been going on. And I feel like a few people also have ideas on what's happening, but as far as I'm aware, there is actually world DDoSes going around where people are, I don't know how they do it, but apparently they can take an entire RuneScape world off. It's just like, oh man, I'm killing Bandos, next minute I'm frozen, boom, someone dies in the room when I disconnected, and then like they died, I'm there like, yes, payday. Because whenever someone crashes me, well, whenever someone crashes our world and attempts to get the kills, we do try to give them a swift, painless death, you know, just so we can get a bit of extra money for the trip. You never know. But yeah, it's a bit of pain when people come. I mean, I don't care if they're not going to get the boss, but then they start leeching the minions, well, attacking the minions, like, thinking that's alright, and then I'm trying to heal off them with guffins, and we're just there like, you know what, when the boss attacks him, let's just let him solo it, and then, yeah, and then the world's just crashed. But yeah, I mean, I mean, like, even though you stand there, and it's literally 20 kills an hour, 2 minutes of AFK just for it to respawn, it's so fun just because it's all new to the game, and I'm just craving right now to go back. But like I said, yeah, there's nothing we can really do about it. We just have to wait. And like I said, if it is someone actually DDoS in the world, then hopefully, I'm going to assume the best way to go about this is Jagex is going to get some sort of DDoS protection, possibly for the old school servers. I have no idea. I mean, they said they had the team on it, so I'm sure the team could dig out what's going on and then find a prevention. I think that's the good word to use there against it. But right now, I mean, hurry up and find this prevention. I want to do some God Wars. I just want to see that hilt on the ground. I mean, the prices are slowly going down, and I've had a couple of Bandos chest plates, so I can't really say I've had nothing. But I did expect by this time that I'd be rolling in the money, but unfortunately not. I've been on some big dry streaks. I've not had any huge drops yet. I mean, I've not even had a green coin split yet. I'm waiting for that one. As soon as I see those Bandos tassets or a Bandos hilt or the Sauron hilt on the ground, I'm just going to be there like, yes! I'm going to be taking that money. But anyways, I mean, obviously I'm not live streaming. There's honestly nothing that I want to live stream right now apart from God Wars. So I probably won't be live streaming until the worlds are confirmed to be safe again, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree with that. There's not really much point in me going live streaming. Boom, I hit 2.5k viewers. One of these guys is like, you know what, this guy's got quite a few viewers. Boom, disconnected for everything, and I've got to go and cry in the corner. So I don't really want to risk that. I mean, obviously if I was live streaming, I would probably get disconnected quite faster. I mean, I was thinking to myself, what's the best way to do God Wars Dungeon without live streaming and just to have some fun? I was like, you know what, I might go solo some Bandos. Well, wasn't that the most stupid idea I could ever come up with? Just soloing Bandos, I don't know, 40 mil risk, and then, well, look at this guy, soloing Bandos, give this a little disconnect, and yeah, I'll be looting all your stuff later on, mate, and I can't do anything. I mean, normally I'm someone who takes all these stupid risks, but right now I'm actually really paranoid because I don't want to die, because I've got so much stuff that I was planning to get with my God Wars money that I'm slowly working towards. So if I die at God Wars and lose a bunch of it, I'm back to square one, and I don't want to go there. But yeah, so I might as well be talking what I've been up to. Pretty much when the world started disconnecting, I think one of the mods told Jake that it was probably the best idea not to actually go back to God Wars. So I've been respecting that advice from a God Wars, not God Wars, Jagex mod, and I have obviously gone off to do something else, and that else is chinning. I was 75 range a few days ago, and now I'm 89. I'm hoping to probably get around 91, maybe 92. I mean, I don't have the most chins. Chins have actually been going up slightly since the world disconnected, because I think a few people might be doing this. But the Armadillo hilt is it's actually crashed quite a bit since it was, but it's the only item that's worth 100 mil. To chase the 1 in 500 drop rate seems a bit silly But if I do get my range level, I can just keep on rotating between boss. I can go to any boss as soon as I get my range level to 90 plus, because then I won't actually feel like I'm leeching. Like my team offered to go to Armadale, but I was 75 range. He said it doesn't really matter, just come anyway, so we can do it. And I was there like, yeah, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit there 75 range. I'm just going to be leeching all the kills in a way. So I decided to prioritize some range training to get myself into a better situation to actually be doing Armadale. So as soon as I get 90 plus, I wouldn't actually feel like I was leeching that bad, and I can start doing Armadale. And then obviously, I mean, like I said, chasing the 1 in 500 is obviously quite a bit rare, but I mean, just to see that Armadale hit on the 4-3, maybe 4 people, that's a big split of money that I'm just going to get on the spot. So I mean, if even I did like 30 Armadale trips, well, with my luck, it's probably not going to happen, but yeah, everything could happen, so it would be quite nice. But the main reason I'm kind of getting up is just so, like, if I ever do a live stream, I can just do a bit of everything and vary up a bit. I mean, at the moment, I kind of camp in Bandos and Sarah, because Sarah is so fun. Like, I don't know how many of you, I mean, a lot of you have probably been watching my live stream, so I've been telling you exactly how I do it, and you've probably been seeing how effective the method is of trio vericking it. It's like, I mean, I got to like 150 kill count myself with 3 people there, plus the other people. I think we killed 75 Zillianas in one trip with a trio veric. I'm pretty sure it's easier with range and probably max tanks, but 75 kills with me, like, that is not bad, and that was some beastly trip. And unfortunately, we didn't really get anything. We got a Sarah sword right at the start. I think it was the 3rd kill. We got a Sarah sword, then we went dry for the rest of the trip. We got a rune square shield right near the end, 2 magic seeds. It was just like, I would so deserve to get something there. So we just got to stick at it. I mean, drop rates, dry streaks, they happened the first day. We got Bandas boots. The second day, we got nothing. And that must have been 20 hours combined over those 2 days of God Wars just to get Bandas boots is the best job. I mean, I still, you have to stick to it. And then we got 2 Bandas, we got some Bandas chest plates, 3 of them, and then another Sarah sword, but no huge ones yet. But eventually they will come. Maybe the first big drop I'll get is the Armadale hilt, and if that happens, I'll be there like, yes, that's 30 mil going straight into 99 per hour. And yeah, so I've kind of made this video. I just wanted to update everyone. I mean, like, what's everyone actually doing right now that the worlds are a bit ishy at the moment? I mean, I know some of you are still doing it. I mean, like I said before, well, I think I did. I've been watching some streams of people doing it, and I'm just watching them, waiting to see when they lag out and disconnect for everything. I mean, I'm recording this on the 23rd, I think it is. Yeah, the 23rd of October. I was watching Bonesaw stream earlier. He was at Sarah with pretty much welfare risk, and I went off his stream for a bit. I come back later on, apparently DC'd for 40 mil. He's such a pain, honestly. I mean, this new content, everyone has been buzzing for God Wars to come, and it comes, and none of us can, well, some of us are risking doing it, because like, they're just badasses to do it, but, I personally probably won't be, but to everyone else, if you are actually somebody who is actually risking it and is God Wars right now, I mean, honestly, best of luck. I really hope that you get some luck at God Wars. You don't get constantly having your worlds disconnected. You don't lose bank. I mean, I know a lot of you have... people are losing money left and right, which is a pain. I know a lot of people actually... The day I disconnected and got refunded by Mod Reach, I know a lot of people actually got refunded in the same day. I was just the first one to do it by posting the forums. But apparently from now on, I think it was just that one day, probably because maybe I was refunded and everyone was like complaining about it. That was probably the only day to do it. But at the moment, as far as I'm aware, if you disconnect again, they're not refunding for that. So I mean, honestly, you should probably be careful. I mean, like, if you could, I mean, I can't wait 3 days or 4 days or however long it's going to take. I want to go God Wars right now. I've been so bored of just logging in. I just want to God Wars, but I can't. It's horrible. So yeah, I mean, I decided, instead of just AFKing or just not logging in for 3 days, just logging in and doing absolutely nothing, I decided to invest some money into chinning my range. I went from 75 to 89 range, like I said before. And obviously, I can actually do some Armadale in the next level, which I should get before the end of today, which is quite nice, so that's awesome. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't actually be doing any God Wars apart from that. So I just wanted to talk a bit about the God Wars series that I will possibly be doing on the channel. As we know, God Wars is it's just awesome. At the moment, you watch a stream, anything can happen. The guy can get a hill or Armadale plate skirt back to back in the last 2 kills of the trip if you're son. But other people like me, you watch me for 10 hours straight with with the most viewers, and I'm getting nothing. It's such a letdown to the viewers that I'm there getting nothing on my streams when I should be getting left and right Bandas pieces. So it's awesome, but nope, just get a shard here, D-med here, 100 silver here, die here. You never know. It's horrible. It's honestly, it's horrible. But yeah, I've been doing something productive. So I mean, if you're someone that's not really going God Wars at the moment simply because of these disconnections, you might as well put some time into getting your stats up. Where some people might actually be saying, now, why did I go and get 99 defense? That's because that's my first series that I want to actually be doing, and I actually have no idea how I'm actually going to structure this one. Let me go check my defense experience. So at the moment, I'm actually very close to 98 defense, and I've done that 100%. Well, I've pretty much done 97 to 98, 100% through God Wars. So I thought as my first series, I was going to do 97 to 99 defense through God Wars and see how much I make. But I don't actually know how to keep track of it, because I've never actually started the series. I would literally just make a video on the day I hit 99 defense and do a bank video or something. But I mean, obviously, I'm going to do that on the 1st of November. Anyway, so I have no idea how I could have turned that into a series, but something I could say I'm doing it on my live streams, but I am actually training 99 defense at God Wars, and surprisingly it's actually quite fast. I mean, I've actually been playing a lot more than I normally do, obviously because God Wars has been here, but I've probably done about 740,000 experience at God Wars, and obviously we don't hit that well on the bosses. The minions are some decent XP because they don't have the highest defense in the world, but it's still some slow training. I'm getting there, but I would like to see how much I do make. Obviously, if I went to somewhere like Armadillo, I'm not going to sit there on a long-range crossbow, because I might as well just go back to the tutorial island if I'm ever good. I mean, who the hell uses long range on a crossbow? Is there any actual use for it? I'm trying to think of any. I mean, the only thing I could think of is someone being in like the fight cave and you can't quite pick the 90 off, but if you switch to long range, you can. That's probably the only one. But as far as I'm aware, training on long range to get defense and range XP just seems a complete waste. Unless I was chinning it, of course, that might be. That's obviously the fastest defense experience in the game. But yeah, I mean, that's just to talk about the first series that I'm going to kind of do. A lot of people were telling me to solo all the bosses in one trip. It's been done before. No, I don't know if it's been done in 07, but to be fair, it's not that difficult. It actually might be quite difficult, because I've been seeing people that can only solo one Armadillo in a trip. I don't know what stats that comes with, but if you can only solo like one Armadillo and use the majority of your brews, when it comes down to like doing Saradomin next, Saradomin you need to have some energy pots for, so that's going to drop you some more brews, and then stats for Bandos and Zami to do them all. But it is something that I would actually like to try and do, which is to solo all the bosses, but I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. That's something that is not really that important. But series wise, I don't know. The only thing that I actually feel like I really want to do is to go to God Wars and get every single God Wars piece myself and actually have them in the bank, on top of being able to actually buy all my money. I'm sorry, not buy my money. Buy all my like items. Like I still want the Dragon Full Helm. I need to bank 99 range. I need to bank 99 Slayer, Prayer Pots, Cannonballs. I need to bank 99 Prayer. I think I said that one. I'm not sure. I need to get my Dragon Full Helm. In fact, I think I said that first one. But yeah, it's just the item goals that I set myself to win from God Wars. I need to earn that, but then on top of that, I want to do this series, and I just don't know how to structure any series in God Wars. I mean, I feel if I just upload a video with a series, it would just be so dull and boring, and I don't want to be uploading some crappy series compared to what other people have done. A lot of people are saying do the God Sword set from scratch. The odds of me doing that are very, very, very low, because I don't have the stats in 07. I mean, the best I could do is make like a green D-hand body and go and beast up some Armadillo, half a solo, return, do it again. It's not going to happen like that. I definitely can't. But I mean, I've recently heard that apparently all the God Sword set from scratches, which lots of people do, nobody's actually completed the challenge yet. I heard RuneShark obviously got the furthest and just couldn't get the Saradomin hilt, but nobody has actually completed the God Sword set from scratch series and actually got it. But in the way, I mean, I was talking to some live streams a lot, and they just say everything in 07 in a way is from scratch. Because I mean, I started at level 3 when the servers come out, and I'm slowly working towards doing things. So maybe I will just do God Wars. It's just something to do for fun. I mean, I can't really think of anywhere I would do a video. Like the only video I could think of is one that could copy a friend's videos, like loot from 1,000 Bandos solos or something like that. It should take me a year, but maybe a loot from 1,000 Bandoses. I really don't know, but then obviously leave a friend to do that, because I know he's working on it right now. There's not much point in me doing it. I just can't think of anything. I don't want to do a full-blown series where I have to do editing and make it interesting to watch or anything like that. I think I might just do some side series where I just name it, I don't know, Bandos Battalion, I think is the name of the music track, and it's just a video where I go and solo Bandos maybe to get all the items slowly, but I don't actually go for all the God Wars items at once. I just start at Bandos. Once I complete Bandos, I move on to Zami, Armadillo, Sarah, etc. But still, it just seems a pain. Like Zamorak God Wars, unfortunately, seems a bit on the dead content side. Well, no, it's still actually good money if I'm honest. I don't know how the profits are on the items. They're kind of dropping a bit. I think Saradomin, the Armadillo crossbow, is still about 40 mil. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the prices are in this video, so I won't really blab into that one. But yeah, I mean, as for the lack of videos lately, I have obviously been focusing mainly on live streaming, because I've been getting every day tons of viewers, because it's new content. Everyone enjoys new content. That's the reason why 07 gets so many more views over over RuneScape 3. Like, I mean, I can say now when Virago came out in RuneScape 3, Darden was streaming it to, I don't know, to hit 3,000 maybe at one point, definitely at 2,000 plus at one point. So it's just the fact that new content really brings viewers to watch live streams to see what's actually going on. So God Wars has been really good to live stream. Video wise, I mean, personally, I mean, I've not had the drops to back up a decent video. I mean, I've been watching videos by like SparkMac and a friend and all those, and they've been uploading videos of getting drops and all that stuff, and then there's just me, and I'm just here, I'm like, yay, Bandos boots, woo. And I've had a Sarasword, that's it, out of all the drops, personally. I mean, I so want to get something on the fall, it just looks beautiful. A Sarasword is one of the drops I've actually had a lot of God Wars, because when I did my Playing RuneScape Properly series, I actually got a couple of those myself from Minions, which is quite lucky, but I just want to see those tassets, man. Honestly, as soon as this stables out a bit and it becomes more efficient and you can find worlds to solo, and I'm really looking forward to soloing bosses on live streams. Mate, I can actually do videos from this. I mean, I could just record myself killing 100 Bandos bosses, live commentary maybe on the drops, I don't know, and then obviously if I do hit the Bandos hill solo, big reactions might be enjoyable to watch, but I have no idea about that yet, because I mean you could bring back videos that used to be here years ago. Like, one of my favourite videos, I mean, I used to use the Zybez community thing, what's it called? RuneScape community, that's one. I used to use that back in like 2007, 2006, like when people like Libam1 with the top rated ones, and people like Metal Maniac 9 were also there. And all the time, you'd see people like Lowstar1, I think it was. I think it was Lowstar1, that guy that had the YouTube channel, and he got his own Armadillo hilt from scrap. Well, he's got his own Armadillo hilt from Godsword, sorry, from killing Armadillo, and I went PKing for it. That's a good series, I think, in my opinion, but I don't really want to PK in it, because still the PID system, I mean, I know I'm complaining about that a lot, but it just puts me off that much. It really does put me off, knowing that PKing is still like so much luck. I mean, obviously it's not that much different. It's just the fact that I can't adapt to it. I'm PKing, I know I've got the first hit, and then it swaps, and they're like, oh yeah, I've got to do this, and then it just mess up the fight. Everything just looks really slimy, and it just looks horrible to do. So PvP World should be good. I'm really going to try and learn how to hybrid. You've been seeing recently, I've been trying to hybrid. Obviously, I'm quite bad, but actually the majority of the opponents I'm actually going up against people that are hybriding on the daily. So obviously, if you put someone like me who barely brids in 07, bridded back in previously, obviously, but you put me up against 07 breeding standards, I'm pretty much back for square one. I mean, I have the knowledge of how hybriding works, but I can't do it, put it that way. So I really need to learn, and obviously me going up against really good opponents can teach you faster, but it's kind of expected when I did lose every single fight, and like every single fight I won was just pure luck with like a 30-30 DDS spec I snuck in there, something like that. But I am hoping when PvP Worlds come out, which is rumoured for this year, I believe, I can actually get around to hybriding, and I could do a series where I kill, I don't know, Bandos for a Bandos Godsword, go PK with it, do the same for Zamorak, get the Zamorak Godsword, and then I don't know if that counts as a Godsword set from scratch in a way, but it would be quite nice to do. Like, I would love to earn all my own items. I think I'm going to probably buy the Armadillo items just to do Armadillo God Wars, because it's more, in a way, efficient. Like Bandos, I mean, majority of the time I'm tanking them in Guthins. Zamorak, I was tanking again. I hate tanking Zami, it's horrible. You're literally drinking brews and brews and brews every kill, but you need high mage defense. Oh, Saradomin is so fun. I love it. I could actually trio Sarah all day. I think I'm probably going to grab Jamie later on, and because Jamie's someone I PVM'd a lot with, and he's really good at PVMing. I think we're going to go along. I mean, I worked out how you can actually do Saradom in duo, and you could probably easily duo 50 Zillianas in a trip. It's a little secret, it's a little sneaky method. It's Verax is obviously the 3-hit method where it switches back, but there's a way to actually get it so you take minimal damage by if you walk the south. I can't explain it, but you just like, you can't, it's like kind of like walking the boss, but in a different way, because you can't walk the boss in 07. But I think maybe when we start doing it, which is probably not going to be anytime soon, because I've obviously been crashed. I don't want the world to disconnect on us both, because we're both obviously dying, we're both obviously lose everything. And I don't like God Wars in lame gear, because it's just demotivating in a way. But I will get a video on that. A video I was going to try and get around to is Saradomin tips. I've given a lot of tips off to my live stream, and I've been seeing, I mean, obviously I can't really copyright tips or anything. People obviously knew this already, but a lot of people, I mean, I barely go into a Saradomin live stream anymore. People aren't actually doing these things. So, I mean, if you're doing Saradomin and you don't already know about how like the minions work and how the Zilliana works, you should probably tune into some people doing Saradomin in the live stream and find out, because the majority of people are actually doing it now, but they come in handy so much, honestly. Saradomin is the easiest boss to do. You might not think that. Sarah is probably one of the hardest ones to solo, and is probably one of the easiest ones to team if you actually know how you're doing it. And it's so fun. I love it, honestly. Saradomin is by far the best one, just because you can actually put things over how you actually do it to actually give yourself a more advanced trip. Like other ones, you can't do anything. Bandos, the longer your trip lasts, the less range attacks he does. Armadillo, there's just no tank. It's just how many range attacks Is it a she? I really don't know if Kriara is a she. I really don't know. Maybe because Aura seems a bit of a... I don't know. Who the hell cares? But how many times that silly bird ranges you and mages you? That's kind of how that one goes. And all that. I don't really think I should do any God Wars guides. I mean, I know how to God Wars from back in like the Real 07, the Real 08 and all that. Even though I didn't really do it much. I used to watch videos of people and then got tips off them. Low Star one. If any of you know who I'm talking about with Low Star one, that guy was big when it came down to God Wars him. And then maybe I need to get... what's his name? Who's that guy that got 200 more range XP? Armadillo. I can't remember his name. He's on Risky Community. Doesn't really matter, but yeah. God Wars guides, I think everyone just knows the majority of it. I mean, if I uploaded a guide, I was like, yeah, everyone knows this, dislike, dislike, dislike. I'm just like, I'm trying to help people out who might not know. And it's just a pain to be able to... I mean, you can't even do that anymore, but it's kind of true. I mean, obviously God Wars has been out before. The majority of people should know how to do it, but yeah, kind of looking forward to soloing some... General Gradas. I think Shawnee was doing it with like really, really low stats. He was killing like 4 a trip, so I didn't know I was doing that. I mean, I'm thinking 4 a trip would be quite lucky for me to do without a God Sword. We'll see though. I think soloing Bandos would be fun. I mean, that's what I could do. I could just make a video of me doing 5 solo trips, just record the very end of every kill and 5 trips and title it, I don't know, Bandos Battalion trips 1 to 5. Road to the Bandos God Sword. I have no idea, but I could probably pull out something. I think that'd be enjoyable to watch because not many people are solo. Well, people are soloing, but just doesn't really seem that efficient to be soloing right now. Even though it probably is because it's just exactly the same as it will be in, I don't know, 3 months, unless like Overload and all that come out, which hopefully won't. But the prices are higher, so if you do actually score a drop, you make a lot more money. Lens. Bring Shawnee back again. Armadillo Hilt on his first ever solo, 120 mil to himself. It's ridiculous. He soloed that. He probably made more than everybody in God Wars combined simply because it was a 120 mil split one way. Crazy that. But yeah, anyways, guys, decided to just make this video because I've not had a video out in a while, and I don't know when I'm going to be making another video. Quality over quantity is kind of what I'm going for at the moment. I've got nothing great to upload apart from videos where I just talk, but yeah, this is 22 minutes of me just rambling on about things that hopefully are enjoyable to listen to. But yeah, one question about becoming is why the hell am I chinning when the world's getting disconnected? I'm 85 prayer. I've got relatively decent prayer bonus there. I'm risking, well, actually risking quite a lot of stuff, obviously. But if I keep my prayer potions heal 29 each time. So pretty much every single time I hit 56 prayer, I just heal. I'm 85. If I disconnect now, I'd have to disconnect for a good 3, maybe 4 minutes before my prayer would actually drop. So I am quite fine, I think, while I'm actually chinning here. So it's not that dangerous. It's just God Wars, you disconnect there, you're dead because there's so much attacking you at once. So that's pretty much the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's nothing special, but I don't really know what I want to be uploading right now. I'm just going to do God Wars, get myself a decent amount of money, and then I'll start working on a potential series. But right now I feel teaming God Wars is probably best. Once it cools down a bit, I'll start to solo, but I'm definitely going to do a series out of me getting the Slayer task for Zami bosses. I think that would be interesting, but the thing is, I just don't know if it would be it's not really a series in a way. I mean, that could just be a 1 video thing where I just kill 250 Bandos bosses, not with the whole video, well, 200, whatever. And I still don't know if it's lesser demons or greater. That's the one thing that I want to leave you all with. Does anybody know if it's lesser demons for Ziliana? I mean, for Satharoths, or is it, I think I pronounced that right, or is it greater demons? Because I know they switched it to greater demons, but it was always lesser demons until they switched it. So remember, it's not the same as RuneScape 3. This is 07 gameplay. Is it lesser demons? Because I'm quite sure he's put down as a lesser demon for whatever reason. Greater demon though, I much prefer that because I can actually get assigned greater demons, which would be nice. So leave it there. I've cleared the world. This doesn't actually normally happen, so yeah. For chinning, you don't really need to pick up the bones. I don't really feel like it's that much better. It probably just boosts your experience a bit, but it's much nicer, much more relaxing just to be able to do it like this. So yeah, pretty much thank you all for watching. Best of luck at God Wars. Hopefully a lot of you aren't really losing too much to the disconnections. Hopefully this gets fixed as soon as possible so I can get back to live streaming. And yeah, I'll see you all whenever I come with another video or whenever I next live stream. So if they don't actually get fixed soon, I'll probably chin all the way to 99 range, which would be very nice. Because then I can try to do Saradomin as well with range. And then we can work out, is it better to actually melee it or to range it? Like with a good team, meleeing, you can take no damage from the boss whatsoever. It's just that bloody Bree, that stupid range centaur thing is so overpowered. It's just, oh, you doing, mate? 2020, dead, whatever. God, that thing is to go away. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Goodbye. Best of luck.